Hello guys, welcome to Business Curve. Let's start today business and finance news of the world. So the first news is, existing home sales fell in April to the lowest level since the start of the pandemic. Sales of previously owned homes in April fell to the lowest pace since the COVID pandemic started, according to the National Association of Retailers. We are moving back to pre-pandemic sales activity, but I expect further declines, said Lawrence Yun, chief economist for the group. Tight supply kept home prices higher despite rising interest rates. The median price of an existing home sold in April was $391,200, the highest on record and an increase of 14.8% from a year ago. So the next news is, Labor Group accuses Apple of interrogating, surveilling staff at World Trade Center store. Communications Workers of America is accusing Apple of violating federal labor law at its World Trade Center store in New York City. The charges come as Apple employees at several stores around the country are taking steps to unionize. CWA alleged Apple interrogated and surveilled staff, restricted them from posting union flyers, and made them attend mandatory anti-union speeches. So the next news is, McDonald's to sell Russian business to existing Siberian license. McDonald's is selling its Russian business to its Siberian license, Alexander Gover. Gover will operate the restaurants under a new brand. Financial terms of the deal were not disclosed. So the next news is, battle over smoking in New Jersey casinos pits workers' health against profits. The casino industry says a total ban on smoking would hurt business and result in job losses. Workers say their health is at stake. My roulette and blackjack and slot machine in smoking sections make 50% more money than my non-smoking games, said Joe Lupo, president of Hard Rock Atlantic City. When you're on a smoking game, it's torture, said Pete Knackerly, a longtime dealer at Borgata, which is owned by MGM Resorts. So the next news is, women are still paid 83 cents for every dollar men earn. In 2020, women made 83 cents for every dollar earned by men, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Women of color are at an even greater disadvantage. The gender wage gap was much larger in 1960, when women's pay was 61% of men's. But progress has stalled over the last 15 or more years, according to researchers. Lower pay contributes to lower lifetime earnings and less overall wealth. So the next news is, McDonald's and Wendy's sued for burger ads that mislead on size. A New York man has a beef to pick with McDonald's and Wendy's. Misleading adverts, he says, make their burgers look much bigger than they actually are. In a proposed class action lawsuit, he accuses the fast food giants of unfair and deceptive trade practices. He is seeking $50M, PS 40.3M, in damages for himself and other similarly duped customers. The chains did not comment immediately on the case, which compiles many complaints from social media. So the next news is, Elon Musk warns Twitter deal stuck without fake account proof. Elon Musk has said his $44 billion deal to buy Twitter may be in jeopardy due to a disagreement over the number of fake accounts on the social media platform. Musk tweeted that the deal cannot move forward unless Twitter backs up its claims that less than 5% of daily users are fake or spam accounts. Twitter has defended its figures, adding that Musk waived rights to due diligence to clinch the deal. So the next news is, Sri Lanka down to last day of petrol, new prime minister says. Sri Lanka's new prime minister says the country is down to its last day of petrol as it faces its worst economic crisis in more than 70 years. In a televised address, Ranil Wickremesinghe said the nation urgently needs $75 million of foreign currency in the next few days to pay for essential imports. He said the central bank would have to print money to pay government wages,